Hey babe, where do we keep paper towels?
Look at my finger. That was too much words.
Did Jojo bite you?
No. No, he was wanting to know where the paper towels are. This is the shithead. There he is. We don't blur these people out.
I don't deserve privacy.
No.
Are you taking out Vegas tonight?
Yeah, and so I went ahead and put on the. I'm doing two things at once at the moment. All right. So we have his name, his birthday, and his DNA.
Oh.
You done fucked up now.
Well,
Yeah.
goodbye, sir.
Exactly.
Pretty much, yeah. What's going on? Read the title of the live. Alright, so let's put this dude's name on here. Ha! This song is ironic, but it's much too late for goodbye. Mr. Christian Victor Romo. Bless you. Hello.
You're the hand of justice.
Oh, I love doing these. Gets out my man hate. Meow, 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 meow.
I'm making myself a cheese sandwich.
He's making himself a cheese sandwich. That's why he's not back over here yet.
I'll do that.
Ma'am! That is not your inside voice. Could you not? Could you use your... Did you just yawn in my face? That was a parrot yawn. Okay, Victor. And there's another appropriate song. Is Spirit Witch in here?
She is.
Okay, I thought I heard your voice earlier.
My voice? Yeah.
I recognize your voice. You have a voice.
Accent.
No. We got lots of accents in here, but your voice is just unique.
When did Spirit Witch come in?
She's been in there. I recognized her voice when they were talking to you.
Hi, Spirit Witch.
Hello, Puppet.
He's been telling lies.
The energy is right, Alex? Mr. Romo.
Burn my toast. Burn my toast.
I'm not a big talker. That's why he does all the talking stuff. I work at this desk usually until what, 11, 12? Somewhere. I'm up here about 11 or 12 hours a day at this damn desk. But I'm not going to complain about it. It's better than being at the desk for DuPont.
Doing something you love instead of something you have to.
Yep, makes a big difference. 11. See, TikTok would have shut me down for having a dilk. How dare you have a dilk candle? Banned. What's involved for these kind of spells? I don't give out the way to do these kind because if you're not very well versed, you will fuck everything up except for the person you're aiming for. And I also learned this from a bruja, so I don't teach it. I'm not one, so I don't teach that. Where'd I put my stuff?
My people back? Or do you want to talk to them?
They're there.
Do you guys want to talk to me, or do you want to look at which foot?
I don't know if they can even see what I'm doing with that setup. I don't know. But I'm on YouTube Live for the people that have two.
If you leave me and go to YouTube Live, I'll knock you off. That's an interesting thing about closed practices right there. Let me explain something. Like
Trying to
Jennifer
find something.
said, is extremely respectful to other people.
What is that?
Like, let's say that
Oh, here it
you
is.
have a friend who practices.
Nails.
Or you have a friend that practices. Or you have a friend that practices. Okay. And you hang out with them, and they teach you things. Or they tell you that they see a certain spirit
What?
that you need.
Krista, we are screwing up a man with no understanding.
Or they teach you how
Word
to do something,
consent.
how to cast
What did
a
Krista
spell,
say?
a spiritual bath, and they give you that gift. Okay?
What did
They give you
Krista
a
say?
gift that comes from them,
Oh.
from their spiritual tradition. Treasure it. Don't abuse it. Don't share it.
Alright.
Just don't tell anyone. Everybody needs to keep their fucking mouth shut when it comes to their magical practices. That's what I don't understand about social media. That everybody posts every single fucking thing they do. A bad idea.
I agree. That spiritual bath, when I made it, like, it looked beautiful. I wanted to record because it was beautiful.
Oh, I'm glad you didn't.
No.
Right? You're like, no, this is not something I want to share.
The candle is.
Exactly.
But
Okay.
that would be a circumstance in which it's okay to practice things that will teach you from other traditions. But there's another thing that people don't understand about spirits. The spirits choose to work with you. You don't choose to work with them. And it might be that, yeah, you might have a spirit in your court that comes to you to work with you. It comes to you in dreams. Quite frequently comes back when you're in meditation. Quite frequently comes back.
I made it a candle holder. It's a box.
You might say, well, the spirit doesn't
It's a skull box that was a gift from the Witch Feet.
That spirit keeps coming back.
And I thought it would look aesthetically cool
They tell you
with a candle on it.
white sage to put in this spell. You fucking do it. I don't care what any native person has to say. Any embodied person, any person who's in a body. If you're working with a spirit from another culture, and that spirit says, I want this and this, I want you to make a honey jar, I want you to do this or that or that. Who are you
Yeah.
listening to? Are you listening to your spirits? Are you listening
Oh,
to
let's
these
use tax.
that don't even know their head from a hole in the ground? So what I'm saying is closed practices are tricky because in Spiritismo and Creolized Spiritism and crossing mixed Spiritism, it doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what your ethnicity is. You can have spirits working with you in your court that come from all over the place. Buddhists,
Tell them what happened to me. I'm as white as you can be.
priestesses, hot.
About all the tatas coming for me, I'm white as hell. I'm spicy white.
Jennifer is white as hell, but she has some really beautiful spirits in her that she picked up over time, especially in the crews that she used to run with when she was young. So yeah.
The way you lead, like, when faith, the way you like lead your life, I feel like the spirits, they choose you.
Based on your choices.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I've had spirits leave. I've had spirits leave. I've had spirits that were working with me that completely said, fuck you, asshole. We're out of here. Peace out. Goodbye. Take care of yourself. Sayonara. I hope life works out for you. I've had spirit guides leave. So your spirit guides can leave you. God gave them an out, which is if this person acts like a total asshole and doesn't listen to you for a prolonged period of time and is insulting towards you, leave. Let them deal with whatever they deal with. I have experienced that firsthand. So I'm here to tell you,
I'm
spirit
glad you
guides
said
will
that.
leave.
I'm glad you said that because a lot of people, they try and cling on to that god or goddess or guy and pull them back, and it's not us that have that choice. Well, we do have a choice in a way, somewhat way, but most of the choice is them, whether they choose you.
It's really difficult to get a spirit to come back after it takes off. I mean, you can do a ritual to apologize to your spirits. You can say you're sorry, you can call them, you can put out an offering, like put out their favorite cigar, cigarette, or cup of coffee, or whatever it is that you give them. You can tell them that you're sorry, and ask them to forgive you, but ask them to come back. They might or might not. They're just like people. Because in my spiritual tradition, the spirits are completely autonomous. They're just like us. They have likes, dislikes, genders and non-genders. They have particular opinions about things and ways of doing things. And when you work with those spirits, you're working with them on their own terms. They're autonomous beings. They are living their own life in some other reality. And they're not Pokemon toys. You don't collect them. You can't collect these spirits like you collect Pokemon cards or Garbage Pail Kids.
They don't even know what Garbage Pail Kids is. You reaching back on that one.
Out of the reach!
You reached all the way to the 80s with that one.
I'm always reaching to the 80s.
This one I got from.
But there's only one spirit that will not leave, and that is your guardian spirit, the one here from the one that's assigned to
Oh, please.
be there to walk with you from cradle to
Because
grave.
sometimes they're hard to find. So I have a.
That's Jennifer's big guy.
Oh, please.
That spirit that you know is always with you. It's always there. The other ones, they come. Some spirits you pick up because you get initiated into a tradition. So it gives you the license to follow those
I can't find it. Usually I get them from Amazon or eBay, but I can't find. I had to get this one from a totally separate person, and I can't.
Okay, you guys are watching. Jeez. Come on, Nexus, say something. Keep talking.
I'm watching you and I'm watching Mama Food and I'm doing my work out
At
here.
the same time? Oh. Alright, you're like witchy multitasking.
Hey guys,
Hey, who's that?
Modern Magecraft is in the house. Hello.
Hey, Modern Magecraft, how are you? I'm just eating cheese, drinking coffee, smoking these hemp CBD cigarettes that they got down here in South Carolina. Very surprised to find. And Mrs. Foot is getting ready to knock somebody off. And I'm just hanging out with the beats. The extended family.
Bread,
What kind of bread?
sourdough. I bake it every week. It's stuffy.
That's not easy to make.
Ryan is on the Discord.
I'm really used to it because I make it like every week. I've been making it for a couple of years, so I kind of cut it down to a fairly easy process.
I used to have a bread maker back in the day, but I never made sourdough bread because it just seems so complicated. It's really good for you though.
There's only like from a week to up to a couple of weeks because you create the yeast from the air, but then you can just reuse it.
Yeah, it's that whole thing about creating yeast from air
Yes,
that made me
Well,
decide
I'm
I
not
was going to do it.
hexing a rapist. I am
I know how to
cursing.
ferment stuff. I'm really good at fermenting food. I can ferment just about anything. Give me a vegetable and I can pickle it.
Really? I've never actually. The only other thing I fermented was kombucha. I guess that would count, but that's kind of like you buy a SCOBY and then it just kind of grows and you maintain it.
I love kombucha and I can't drink it because it's trace amounts.
Are you alright, bro? Did you get it out of you? That's her hacking up. I told you. She'll do it in the middle of the night and scare the shit out of you. That is a parrot hack.
Parrot just hacked something up.
Are you good? Oh, it was her toenail.
She hacked up her toenails.
You're so cute.
Kombucha's got trace amounts of alcohol in it, and because I'm an alcoholic, I do not drink kombucha unless it breaks my heart. I can't drink kombucha because of alcohol.
I don't think it's a water. Like, I don't drink alcohol.
Doesn't matter. The kind of alcoholic I am can't even have alcohol. Can't have anything that has any kind of alcohol or anything at all. Doesn't even matter. Doesn't even matter. I won't even go that far. The farthest I've ever gone from alcohol ever coming near my lips is blowing some rum on a cauldron or other things that have been consecrated within the specific rituals. But alcohol doesn't come anywhere near my lips. Definitely doesn't get in my mouth, and I definitely can't drink it. So, because I have a very severe allergic reaction and physiological response for it. It throws my brain off. Really, really, really off. Like when I tell you it fucks up my brain, chemicals are released in my brain that don't belong there. For me to be healthy, I can't.
Yeah, my grandpa had issues with alcohol and it's tough stuff.
Oh, alcoholism is the worst. It's terrible. It's horrible. Drinking yourself to death is the worst way to die. And let me tell you, when I was in the dry out facility, when I was recovering or when I was trying to stay alive, because they like put me into a coma to make sure that my heart didn't stop, my lungs didn't stop. I was laying in that bed and I was just thinking to myself, God, what a shameful way to die. You know, I didn't want people to say, hey, whatever happened to Philip, you know, or Ryan, I know people that know me dead. But whatever happened to Philip? And then somebody be like, oh yeah, you know, he drank himself to death. Oh, it's just so shameful.
Yeah, there isn't like a stigma.
Okay, it was next door.
But yeah, I think it was not
Yeah, I said it was next door.
in your blood, kind of like a predisposition to it, right?
Oh yeah. That's alcoholism is something I would consider to be an ancestral curse. When people talk about bloodline curses and ancestral curses, alcoholism to me would come in the category of an ancestral curse.
It do be going through bloodlines.
That's an interesting way to put it. Interesting.
There's other things that are ancestral curse, like incestuous families, you know, where there's a lot of rape and incest and other kinds of pedophilia and other kind of things like that. That runs in families. That's a kind of ancestral curse. Poor health is an ancestral curse. Magic has very real life consequences. Magic isn't just something that exists in the realm of like your brain. It's something that's quite real, quite physical. And yeah.
So you think it's actually a family curse on the metaphysical level, or do you also consider like genetic stuff, the physical genetic stuff, as
All of
an
it.
ancestral curse?
All of it is. It started somewhere because someone was spiritually sick. It's a disease that started because somewhere someone was spiritually sick. And they passed that on by tradition and also biologically to their offspring. Okay? So when I tell you that the magical and the material, the physical and the spiritual are like this, they go hand in hand with one another, You can't separate the material and the spiritual. There's no separation of spiritual from physical. It's all one thing. All the spiritual and the material exist in the same space, parallel with one another, running side by side with one another. That's yin and yang, light and shadow, the polarity of positive and negative charge, and all of that. What's real and what's not real. They run side by side with one another. So you know you're doing good spiritually if in the physical world everything's going pretty good. If things start going really, really bad in the physical world, you might think that there's something off in the spiritual world, and you can gauge the spiritual and the physical world off of how you're doing in one or the other. Does that make sense? Like, as an example, people say to me,
Because, like, to me, magic is just stuff science hasn't explained yet.
That's right.
Science that's explaining it, and it just kind of claims it, and then it, like, says, oh, the rest of the magic we don't understand how it works, and if it doesn't work, it's made up, you know?
no, it absolutely is that. One day science will be able to understand why magic works, but I don't want science to know why magic works.
Me neither.
If they know how magic works, and they'll exploit it. And there are people in this world, high practicing magical priests and priestesses on the dark side, you know, like on the level of Darth Vader and the Emperor and everybody else that is definitely trying to rule the world, which they are. But I don't have a vested interest in people knowing how to practice real magic and having successful spells. I don't. And also this whole TikTok shit where everybody thinks they're a witch and everybody thinks they're a psychic. That's actually just fine. Because let people like Witch Talk Boy be on TikTok teaching people how to like make paper and shape spells and things like that. That's just fun. It kind of distracts people who are just not really interested in learning real magic. Because if they're interested in learning how to practice real magic or traditional magic, then they would be, you know, somewhere else. Not on that. And I think that's just fun. I think it's a nice little detour.
Take the opposite approach, like I would rather people learn magic, like even to my detriment, because I think society has to move forward. You know,
Magic?
the only
Wait.
thing is that there will be like some sort of a witch trials thing that we'll have to go through. If the government recognizes magic as real, there will be, you know, accusations and people will go to jail for doing baneful magic and stuff.
We've already had that in England with the Fraudulent Mediums Act, where mediums could actually be tried and go to prison for being accused. Really? Yeah. Just look up the Fraudulent Mediums Act. I believe they've thrown it out for a while, but it usually works its way back in.
I'd be like, okay, try to put me in jail for that.
Iowa, like Cedar Rapids, one of the cities, it's literally illegal to do fortune telling, but that's like on a city level.
Well, they do that. A lot of cities, are zoned out fortune telling because so many people get ripped off by bullshit, not real psychics.
There's something you said that I have to go back to. You said society has to get better. Witchcraft and magic is not the way society gets better. No. So you wanting people to like learn real witchcraft is not helping us become better people. Witchcraft does not make people better people. Witchcraft is an art and a science. It's something you learn how to do. It's like holding a nuclear bomb in your hand. It's like holding a grenade. It's like having a form of power and energy and wisdom that allows you to affect reality. You don't want every motherfucker walking down the street knowing how to practice magic, shifting reality, manifesting things, knocking people off. You don't want people to know how to do that.
I'm trying to
You don't
remember where
want
something is.
people to know how to do that. So I am not necessarily on board with magic is going to make the world a better place. It's not. It was never meant to. There's a reason why witches are feared.
Everybody is not supposed to do it either.
And everybody's not supposed to do it.
And boy, does Witch Talk not like that.
Yeah. So you can like put on a black pointy hat instead of black pointy shoes, and wear a cape, you know, and walk around and call yourself Sabrina. But that doesn't mean that you practice magic. It means if you're a witch and you identify as a witch spiritually, that's just fine. But practicing magic and witchcraft is a very specific thing. traditionally.
That makes society better, like in a moral sense, because I don't really believe in like a hard morality. I think it's kind of, up to the individual. But, it's the same thing with the technology, right? The same technology makes nuclear bombs, and then it makes the phones that allow us to communicate. I think technologically advanced is better.
No.
In magic also.
Do you think life has gotten better since Twitter has come into existence? Do you think everyone's life is better because of Facebook? I'm just really wondering.
Yeah.
You think that technology that people are not smart enough to use, they don't actually know how it works, they don't actually know how it affects their lives. They're on this algorithm where they'll believe anything that comes through their feed. I don't necessarily think that human beings on this planet are intelligent enough or wise enough to be able to use the level of complicated technology that's in their hands. Like, most people should not have a cell phone and access to the internet because they're not complicated enough to understand how much power that gives the government and other people, and control over your life, and also the kind of damage they can create in life. So technology is good for people who are smart enough to use it. So is magic.
I believe in natural selection. So if somebody
I do too.
fuck their shit up with a cell phone or with a spell, that's their right. Natural selection is a thing.
Absolutely, I agree.
But with technology, it also brought us closer together. Like me, for example, I'm like completely socially awkward in real life, and thanks to Facebook, thanks to internet and communicating via the internet, I'm actually able to make friends and talk to people.
No, there are a lot of benefits. But I just, as a very pessimistic person in general, think that there are more downsides than up. But you're correct. Being able to talk like us sitting in this room and talk to one another and share experiences, have a community with one another, people that think and feel the same way. And
I can do this to anybody you want.
It's really, really beautiful. But at the same time that we're sitting here talking about witchcraft, there is some other group of people exactly like us in another Discord that are trying to destroy the world.
Are they trying to? There's a whole Discord for me.
What's it called? It's like anti-witchfoot Discord.
There's an anti-witchfoot Discord.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Facebook group.
Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
There's a Facebook group that's against Witchfoot since she's a cult leader.
Yep.
Oh man, I didn't
Cult
know
leader.
that become a spy.
There was a. Oh, I'm sure there's a spy. There was a prayer group in Tampa, Florida for me.
Did you hear that? There was a prayer group.
You should be proud of that.
I am so proud of that. I tried to get the flyer, but nobody got it to me. I did see it, though.
Did she get a picture of it?
No. I wish I had. I'd printed it out and framed it.
Dang it. I would framed it too. Wow, that's kind of awesome. You're having a celebrity.
Hey, I'm curious. How are you raising energy? What do you mean, how am I raising energy? You're going to need to be more specific, because...
Their own personal beliefs so much.
It's even more amazing when you turn that energy around and to your own benefit. And all those prayers coming towards you and just grabbing that energy and then using it for your own good.
Yeah, that's the thing. People don't understand the side of dark magic or negative magic, which is some people don't understand why I'm not dead, because I'm like, well, you don't understand. The more negative energy you throw in my direction, the more empowered I feel, the more energized I get, the more volatile I get, the more charged up I get.
Oh, I am. I've just been doing this for 30 years or so, so...
Yeah, it's a
I don't...
particular kind of energy.
Just because it doesn't look like I'm focusing doesn't mean I'm not focusing. It's just because I've been doing it for so long. Someone with less practice might need a quiet room or, a particular type of music playing or
and can
I've been at this
connect
for
with
so long.
or lower level of vibrational energy, like formation-based or thought experience. So yeah, I don't want to say I thrive off negative energy. I don't.
I'm
Try to
gonna
be
post
positive.
something
But if
on
you feel
TikTok.
any negative energy,
Oh, hey, April.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
You're gonna like,
Maybe thrive's not the right word, but like it feeds me. Does that make sense?
yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is it possible to enter people's dreams? Dreamwalkers can. It's a skill.
I think that most people are just not awake enough to be able to use magic.
I go in people's dreams.
That's what
I don't. My higher self does. Recommend.
That's why.
Spill the codes.
No. And that's why.
But I don't have
these
control over it
practices
yet,
that have
and
been
that's not my
practiced
path in
for
this
thousands of
lifetime.
years, and people that practice traditional witchcraft,
Then
these things are
how
really
did you
private
learn to
and
do
kept
so?
secret.
Well,
They're
the
outdoors,
original. First of all,
they're kept within families,
what I do is called physical magic,
like fraternities.
and
And there's a level of,
so you are
so
not
there's
taught
secrets and mysteries out there.
spells.
Um,
You are taught from the beginning to learn your ingredients. And they show you how to dry them. You learn what they're for, what they do, and that's what you're taught.
Say something else.
Something else.
Say something else.
And then you make your own spells, and your elder will
Oh, correct.
let you do it, and
You
then
definitely, you're
suggest,
going to be a witch that uses herbs.
something, an
There's three
improvement,
things you must
or
know about every single
if
herb.
you made an
There's
error.
the medicinal property, the magical property,
So
and
that's
the
why you don't
contraindication.
use a
What
spell book.
contraindication meaning if a plant could physically harm someone.
That's how that works in my.
So you
That's
absolutely
how.
must keep a book of shadow or grimoire of all of your herbs. There's a
Oh yeah, that's how
witchcraft,
this type of practice
traditional
works.
who's a real herbal witch is able to walk out her front door and walk around
So you're
forage everything she
you're
needs
guided.
magic right out of her backyard or in the woods or
You're taught the herbs,
in nature. Because
the plants,
witchcraft
the animal parts,
is a geographical
and then
unique to each
they tell you,
geographical region.
if you want to do purification or protection, okay, well, what herbs do that? So you gather the ones that you have, and then you decide whether you want to do a bath spell or a candle spell, or you'll notice that I almost never do bottle spells. I'm not really sure why that got so trendy, but you make that decision, and then your teacher will, approve or point out errors or
That's what threw me off when I
give you suggestions to make it stronger.
spent most of my life there. And then all of a sudden I moved to California. But in California, where it's all desert. So now it's like
And grimoires are for writing down all those things that you do. Excuse me, ma'am. Use your indoor voice, bitch. Thank you. That's what your grimoire is for. You write down what you used, what spell you did, what was the effect, what might you do to improve it.
That's where after.
What confuses me about what you guys call traditional witchcraft is, for one thing, like traditional makes it sound like it's like super old. But then I hear people say that it's actually younger than Wicca.
No, it is not. I will smash them in the face.
And that started traditional witchcraft.
Okay, so let's go ahead and break this. Let's go ahead and break this down for you. Yes, there is a tradition called traditional English witchcraft and traditional witchcraft. That is a new form of the craft that was born of several practitioners that came from other quote-unquote traditions like Wicca, Gardnerian Wicca, Alexandrian Wicca, and stuff like that. But when I use the word traditional, it means old. It means tradition. It means like traditions that are hundreds, thousands of years old. a traditional person that practices traditional magic is like a shaman or someone who practices West African.
But for anybody who joined recently,
or
um,
some other practice that has been maintained for hundreds of years.
what I'm doing with this one, I don't teach it because
So
a lot of
traditional
the
magic
stuff I'm
is
doing was
stuff that's old. And what most witches don't want to recognize is the oldest forms of
taught to me by
witchcraft
a bruja,
have some
but
form of
I don't practice
Catholicism
brujeria,
involved.
so I don't teach it.
The oldest forms
I
of magic are
will
the ones
teach
that have, like, some syncretism
a
between
version of
Roman
it
Catholicism and the witchcraft.
in my
That's how
classes,
you know if the magic is old.
but
All this new shit, all this paganism, all the neo-paganism,
not this
the
particular version.
recalling of old gods and goddesses prior to the rise of Christianity. The magic that's practiced surrounding all of that is new. The oldest form of witchcraft is the stuff that was syncretized between early Christianity and colonization in Europe.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. In order to survive, they have to that's all.
Yeah, they became Catholic. You either became a Catholic or you rebelled with the state.
Well, in this case, it's not that I don't teach it
You'll go to church on Sunday. And
because it's brujeria. I don't teach it because it is. I only know certain aspects, very specific techniques, very specific spells were taught to me from brujeria. So I don't know enough about brujeria to teach brujeria. Is that or brujeria? Sorry, I get that one. Do y'all get what I'm saying? Oh, I got the cow tongue in there. So it's not that. It's just I don't know enough to teach it.
Catholics have more spells than most witches I know.
Catholicism is really
Black. Well, number one, it doesn't matter what candle you use. But as I just stated, I am doing a bruja technique that I was taught, and black is, depending on your ingredients, black can be for cursing or black can be for protection. Depends on the ingredients that are going with it. But at the end of the day, you can be any color. Color adds, it doesn't take away.
You've got a lot. There's a lot going on there that you can do, and I love that. I like it.
Who's better? My WhatsApp disappeared. Oh, I hate that. Oh, shit.
I had a massage therapist.
Let me tell you something. A witch's desk is never neat.
She was a yoga instructor, but she was a very conservative Christian, and she spoke in tongues. One time she was doing a massage
This is a paid service
in the middle of a massage session. She was a massage therapist.
through my website.
She smoked a lot of weed too. She was a very interesting person. And she asked me if she could pray with me. She said, "Can I lay my hands on you and pray?" And I was like, "Sure, why not? Go ahead." She put her hands down on me and she was like, "Dear Lord, I need you to help
Ma'am, inside voice, please, ma'am. Can you use your inside voice, please? Good girl. You're such a good parrot.
But yeah, really,
You want to step up?
You
want to step up? No? Okay.
Hey,
Hey, Lily. Do you work with... It's a sign from working. I do not work with deities. I don't have a problem with deities. I just... How long have we waited? It's not long. I tried to get on them. It's like when you order it, it's usually about a week later. I work with lots of spirits. The big guy is the main one that I work with.
So it's not like a Christian can't perform miracles or even cause destruction, chaotic destruction and death from what they do. So that's why don't.
Where's my barbed wire?
Put anyone down. Just don't put anyone down because you don't know what kind of power that person has. And more importantly, the information that I've learned, you don't know what kind of spirits are walking with that person. I can look at
What kind of
you,
bird? That's an
but
African
I
gray.
don't know what's walking with you.
She wasn't using her inside voice.
Very tough. It doesn't matter what color you
The
are.
guy from Mesopotamia. Oh, Jack, I don't. I'm not at liberty to discuss that. Is it that funny? It's funny. Okay. So this is the collar from this guy's shirt.
Correct.
Ma'am, lower your voice. We're inside.
Absolutely.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
And I can explain the difference when you go to like a Baptist church where they're like falling out and speaking in tongues and the people become possessed of the Holy Spirit. They're in transpossession. They're in transposition. And there's something possessing them, right? The difference between my tradition of West African spirituality and transpossession and Christians that get possessed is that when our spirits come down in our tradition and they possess the human body and they take over and go into mediumship, they can walk around and they can talk. They can talk to you. They can hold a conversation.
And they don't breathe.
They look at you. They're not breathing.
They don't breathe.
People who are in transpossession, they actually don't breathe. They look
Yeah,
at
I know
you
who Bobby
with,
Yaga is.
with the eyes wide open like that, and then you can.
That's her main call is laughter.
And those spirits are actually.
0,000 today. Oh, that's awesome, Jack. Her main call is laughter because that's how my family deals with trauma, pain. And so that's what she hears the most.
Let's go down to the Baptist church.
We're gonna see that candle burn. No, I'm a participant. I'm old school, so we do participatory. So this will be mailed back out to the client. Because they're the one with the emotion. I prepare it. I put all the magic and the Witchfoot Juju in it. And the victim, I send it back out because the emotion and anger and trauma from the victim, number one, helps power it. And number two, allows them to release it. So 99.9% of my stuff, hey Sable, is participatory for those reasons. Looking. Alright.
So, I was raised in the Catholic Church.
Yeah.
Catholic school.
Dexter's fine.
And so
I don't think I have the right pliers for this.
with the incense and the rituals and all the things that the Catholics did, it kept a very sterile environment to me. It always did. And then I moved down south, and I experienced a couple different types of religion. So we went to a Baptist church, we went to a neo-Christian church, we went to like a couple different things. You can feel the faith in those spaces, unlike the Catholic Church. And I thought that was just amazing.
It's the same energy when Tibetan monks chant.
Because I had never felt that.
Yeah.
Honey, are you feeling strong?
Yeah, what do you want me to do? Hold on, people. I'm getting called. You guys talk amongst yourself. I have to help Mrs. Cook.
I need this twisted in a couple places because I need to put it around the dick,
Okay.
but it's...
How do you want me to do it?
Oh, I do it like
In
that.
what direction? Or what direction do you want?
It didn't matter. I'm just
In a
wanting
circular
this.
pattern.
It kind of needs to be in a corkscrew-ish. But it's really fucking strong. Look at that, like butter. That gets you a blowjob, baby. Aww.
Yay!
I've never actually been to a
Oh, look at your vein.
I don't think.
Veins are popping
The
out.
church that I
not gonna lie, this is turning me on, seeing all your veins pop out and stuff.
They do the opening service and song, and then they do the bread and wine, and they do all of that ceremonial stuff with candles and everything too. And it just, I don't know, it always felt very sterile to me. It just.
I'm not gonna lie, this is really hot right now. I'm gonna...
Your man twisting the barbed wire.
No, but your veins be popping out on your arms and shit.
Church, or maybe you're more inclined to more informal kind of shamanic type practice rather than, you know, what do you call it, ceremonial type thing.
I was raised spiritualist, so mediumship has always been something that we practiced. But there are a lot of differences in the spiritualist churches. There's Christian spiritualists, and then there's just spiritualists that believe in their great spirit. So it took me a long
That might be as good as it gets, baby. I don't know.
Being a spiritualist,
You can wrap it around that dick.
a little out there, like
He gets the same way about me, and I just get confused about it. I'll be like, what? I did what?
So there's actually spiritualist churches, like what do they like channel spirits, or how does that work?
The spiritualist churches in England, you'll go in, you'll sing a few songs, and then it's like you'll have a medium
Ooh, echo.
on stage and
Sassy.
do like mediumship. And then after the reading is finished, there's usually like a healing circle. And then afterwards they do like an open circle where anybody can practice mediumship.
Miss Foot.
So it's very different to the normal
What did I
church,
miss?
but it's still like a church.
Miss Foot, I must be caught up.
I recommend.
I'm married, Brujo Ryan.
Which goes to a spiritualist church at least once in their life. The first time I went to a spiritualist church was the spiritualist church in Norfolk.
Did you miss that part?
They're very life-affirming.
Did you miss that memo?
Everybody went into church and sat down. There was pews and everything. They played an opening song. After the opening song, the medium got on stage.
I'll do stuff that turns him on, and I'm so confused. There we go.
And then there was another
Is it so funny, JoJo? It's so funny. It is so funny, JoJo.
Because the dead would come, and that medium who was in charge that day doing the services. I think they had more than one.
No, this one is for. There are other things going on here. This is to cause him to lose everything. So, his scholarships, his job, and give him a limp dick and let the impotency be caused by something that is painful. And this is an open-ended. Are y'all married? I definitely missed that part. Y'all were married. And it's open-ended, so you know, if he gets taken out in a car accident, oops. Oh, Umbra, yes. No, Twitter is basically porn. In my life? I don't know, honey. I mean, I've done thousands of more healings and good workings than I do curses. But once I was able to figure out how to do them without flashback, I've been at this a really long time. What's the matter? Do you got potty? You could post like that on Twitter. I didn't either until, well, I knew Ryan's resume, but I never went to go look at any of his resume work until later. And then when he said he posted something on Twitter, I was like, you did what? And that's when I found out that apparently Twitter is, can you go potty, please? Twitter is like porn. Do you do consultation? Do you only do... Can you go potty? What in the world? I do WhatsApp or Google Duo. If you're good enough at cloaking. Yeah, you can. Yeah, if you go to Brujo Ryan Twitter, you'll get an eyeful. There's a OnlyFans too, but it's an acquired taste. But he does a whole side of stuff that people, that TikTok doesn't know about. So he does men's sexual health and, like men's naked yoga and all kinds of men things. So there'll be, his member is on Twitter, but then there'll be like gay porn clips, masturbation clips, and all that kind of stuff over on Twitter, because there's a whole nother thing that he does. I don't know. I haven't been over there. I know that our tapes are, our posts together are still up. Hey, Karen. Don't you do protection for them? Linda, I don't have to in the stuff that I do. They don't, well, I guess you could say rather it's taken care of. It's part of the doing the cursing. Our videos are still on OnlyFans, so my parrot is screaming in there because I'm not in there. William Mills retracted your message. What did you say, William Mills? Bob, did you get lost? Well, Jack, if you go to his Twitter, I'm not on there. There's plenty on there. Because I don't interfere with I don't interfere with the man stuff, because it's a different type of energy.
Because of those books, but the books are the Spiritist doctrine, or the gospel according to Spiritism.
You know what I mean? So he does all that. I don't interfere with that. Male energy, regardless of sexual orientation, is just different, and they need their own space too. Okay, Ray. Are mad over something petty? Affect the working. Well, I get a lot of info from the people. And if they are wanting a curse done to someone that is not justified, I do it, but I warn them what can happen. And I think it's important to understand what flashback is. So flashback is basically when you want a curse or hex done on someone and you don't understand that you took responsibility in the shitty event that happened to you. Okay? Because
Can you train, like, talking to spirits?
so you participated, whether you want to admit your responsibility. Bitch! This is not the jungle. Use your indoor voice, ma'am.
If you want to develop your psychic abilities, the first thing you need to do.
Are you trying to die today?
A pack of tarot cards, oracle cards, runes,
Jojo.
staves,
Do you want to step up?
bones. It doesn't matter what.
Do you want to step up?
Fighting cards and start learning
You want to
how
step up?
use divinational
Well, then shut the fuck up.
tools. You know your divinational tool for
One of these days she's gonna say that back to me. But anyway, if you have any responsibility for what happened to you, and a lot of people do, you're gonna catch it. You're gonna catch part of it.
So then trying to, what's more important is trying to accurately predict what kind of cards you're going to get. Because before I lay down any tarot cards when I'm talking to someone, I already feel like I know what cards
She
I'm
just-
laying down. When I lay down the cards,
She just decided to do her singing now.
was accurate, or
She
that
usually
was
sings
off.
twice a day.
Makes sense? Because when I'm reading somebody with cards, I've already read them. I use
No,
the
I don't know
cards
that.
as
Just
like,
run the family. What?
like as a
I
prop,
must have missed.
psychological prop. But I also
I'm
use
missing
the
some of
cards
this conversation.
for verification. Oh, my little blanket here, my little doggy.
No, it's the tarot deck. I always say, oh, it's my comfort blanket. I use it as like a thing just in case I don't get it.
Sable Moon, no, that would be corrupting and
And I
corrosion.
do the exact same thing.
I don't know what that was about.
Probably
I agree with
once in
you.
my career as a professional psychic,
Sometimes she be using that jungle voice like,
did I talk to someone.
bitch, we are in a trailer in South Carolina. Lower your voice.
There was nothing.
Miss Ma'am.
Whatever that person had with them was.
Are you a good girl?
It was not communicated.
You a good girl?
So I literally had to
Yeah.
rely on my guides and my cards to be able to come with information that would be valuable and useful to that person because it was different considered.
I am one of those.
Usually I'm able to receive at least something. You know, there is somebody on the
I
other
can do
side
that
trying to
quite well.
how would that person.
And I've done it plenty of times.
So that's only been one time. Have you ever experienced that?
Oh no, she has this sassy side. When I yell at her, she'll look at me like,
I never was caught. I always just did mediumship readings.
like, would you?
That was it.
Are you talking to me?
And then I had one, and I couldn't get everything. It was a page for clients, and I was just like, look, I have to.
So yes, when people want to curse somebody just because they're an asshole and they don't realize it,
And then I got things.
I'll do it, and I won't reverse it though.
They didn't even give me anything.
And I tell them straight up, I will not reverse it. Are you sure you want to do this? Are you sure?
That's why it's good to have a divination tool to work. It is. It doesn't matter.
And
how
then they make their own bed. I got a reading from Ryan. She was blown away. Yeah, he really is good at that stuff. How would you even know you are a psychic vampire? Or that you're around now? Water recipe I found said to cook a still knife and vinegar. Oh, no, that would be the vinegar as, yeah, corroding. Oh shit. Wrong button. I just, when you're around someone, whether you like them or not, it will occur to you it won't happen at first, but at some point you'll realize that it is really exhausting to be around that person. And it's exhausting because they're leeching off of you. You will see, when you see me being petty on a post deliberately to upset somebody that I know that I can upset, some of those are on this YouTube. It's usually somebody will start with me, and when I realize that they're easy to take energy off of, that's exactly what I will do. And I will charge every quartz in my house until they are so exhausted that they give up. I look good. And they give up because they become exhausted. And I just charge every quartz in my house.
And also talking with my spirit guides about doing divination. Like if you're just doing divination with a pack of cards, like let's see what these cards have to say, that's not good. That's not necessarily.
So generally it'll be somebody around you.
If
Um,
you're saying that you just
that even if you like them and they're your friend, you'll just suddenly realize that when you go out with them or after you get off the phone with them or after they leave your house, you just feel fucking exhausted. I have been on TikTok for almost 4 years, and I have been through 6 accounts.
It's the right thing that what you called is what's coming through.
Because you have to have that shit verified. Those are things that require verification. For one thing, everyone should have a central.
Well, you can also use,
like if you're an ancestor.
man, I can't think of the herb right now. It's for psychic protection. I can't think of the herb right now. But you can wash your veils in a tincture made. I use moonflowers for curses. You can wash your veiling materials, which could be a veil, or it could be a beanie, or it could be a fucking baseball hat, whatever. No, it's not star anise. You can wash your veiling materials add that tincture, wash them in the sink. Aside from your fabric, yes. Oh, my boobas? My boobas? Are my boobas out? My breathless. Where's Carly? I do not clean them after the ants, but I am very old school. I leave them out there. Usually when fire ants are done, they're dry. Anything else left in there? I use bones for spell work. But if you search hashtag bones, I think, either hashtag taxidermy or hashtag bones on TikTok, there are several creators that show you what they do to prepare their bones.
Because you're saying to start out learn a divination method, but it sounds like you need something other than the divination method to actually verify that you're talking to the spirit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it starts with in my tribe. I'm only speaking from my tradition. I only speak from my tradition. I can't speak for other people. But from my tradition, it has a lot to do with prayers, a lot of calling on ancestors, and a lot of calling on ancestral spirits. When it comes to putting out offerings and doing specific spiritual baths and taking specific procedures that I will not talk about because those are things that are private to my tradition. I am not at liberty to share those things. Those are secrets that I was initiated into. That you know who your spirits are by working with them, calling them constantly, getting them to do work with you, seeing if they can actually accomplish.
They might not know they're a vampire, but
asking them to. Like if the spirit comes around and wants to work, then give
most of them do.
And you say, you know what?
That you can figure it out really early.
Go get me $100. Find me $100. Get me some money. And then I'll think about giving you an offer. And then I'll talk about working with you. But you have to have a transactional relationship with the spirit. The physical world and the spiritual world work hand in hand with one another. So, we put our spirits to work. In my tradition, our spirits work. They work for us. In Santeria, in Ifa, with Lumi, Kawaionde. When we want to do spiritual work, we go to our spirits.
No, you are not less powerful than someone that does. Ow!
I extend no energy at all.
Than someone that does energy work. Absolutely not.
Not me personally. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it is interesting. I usually do the opposite.
I like to team up with genuine people, energy workers, genuine ones. Not let me make my incense smoke go straight because I'm not breathing.
The art of conjuration of spirits, invocations and spirits has to do with anti-magic conjuring like the Goshia or other entities or angels or celestials in order for them to do work done. I'm going to warn you about something about angels and demons.
Where is
It doesn't matter if
This
you're
one, the flowers. There are some that reverse morning glories
there's a
every day.
transaction that has to happen in the spirit. So that means that whatever
Nah.
it tells people to do, they're going to expect something
That's
back.
just what the colors back. What's on
So
with the
it
way.
always works like that. When you work with spirits,
Oh, don't worry about that,
always
Sable Moon.
payment has to be made.
Because
So
my classes are up there permanently. If I could ever fucking get the rest of them up there, I'm almost caught up. And I never take them down. And once you purchase them, you always have access. There's no pace to keep up with.
Well, just one specific one, I won't say his name.
And that's why I'm
He jumped from path
pretty
to
much
path working
camped
with
out at this
angels,
desk
and
for
then
2
he went
days
to
so I can
demons,
catch
and
up
then
on
he went to
everything.
saints,
Because
and then he went to
it would help if I got the third class finished, edited, and put up there. That would kind of help.
And you could tell in his face, like he was all broke out. He just looked like drained, and you could just take him from him. You could just tell,
Yeah.
like taking everything from him, his energy, his life.
Yeah, the first class is free, so you can see if you even want to go down this path. Because it is very intricate. Oh, hey, Golden Flame. You have no time limit. You don't have to have stuff done by a certain time at all, but where the fuck did my parrot go? Oh, you have no time limit, and it's good because there's a lot to take in. Staring into your soul. We're fixing to address that as well.
Yes, because I know that there are 2 books that I bought on the 72 angels. 72 angels.
I use moonflower. Okay, I use the flowers as bedding for coffin work. So some of these curses go in little coffins, and I'll use the flower as the bedding. But you can also use morning glory vine and moonflower vine in binding curses. I think it's not 9 times. You wrap it 9 times around the poppet, the candle, whatever. Okay, now I remember what I was going to do. I forgot this part. Oh, I wrap them. The person, Agent J, I wrap them green so that they stay in that position after they dry. Hey, Fosra. You want to feel like your own energy is so thick and heavy that it's hard to move. When my energy gets like that, I cleanse my own space. Especially if you're using negatively charged energies in your workings. I literally will cleanse my space of my own shit, like it gets built up. Like, like a film, and I'll have to clean it off. Yeah, bindweed. Wild Morning Glory works. It don't matter.
It's that movie of the boy witches. There's like 4 boy witches, and they're all brothers, or they're related to one another. It's a real cheesy movie. I like it. It's about male witches. Like every time you use the power,
if you want to keep your Morning Glory vine to use all year long, then what you do is at the end of the season, when the vine is still green, you cut it, take the leaves off, and you freeze it. You coil it up like a lasso, and you freeze it. Because when it's time to use it and you thaw it out, it will still be green, and it will be stretchy. You can wind it around stuff. So that's just a little tip.
Does everybody understand that? I just assume that everybody knows that already. So what I'm saying...
Yeah, the cleansing thing is on my YouTube, I believe.
Have you gotten everything you wanted out of it?
I can't manifest for shit.
Alright. Well, those spirit entities that you've been working with and have been working for you, they're going to come back and they're going to want to be paid for that work. There's going to be some kind of exchange of energy there. So if you've been using these spirits and these angels and these
I saved
demons
my moonflower
frequently,
and my morning
you know,
glory
they have to come
seeds
back asking you for
each
it.
year because I like to cross
They're not trying to
pollinate
scare you. They're not trying to
and
kill you. They're
create
trying to
different
get you.
morning
Understand,
glory
spirits don't work
flower
separately.
colors,
Everybody works separately.
and they're so easy to do it
So,
with.
you know, whenever you're making transactional relationships or getting work done by spirits, there's something that has to be done in exchange. Could be a form of sacrifice, a couple of chickens. I don't know.
Mine didn't become noticeably strong to people that even that weren't in the craft until I was around 30, but there are some people that are born that way. I was definitely different when I was younger, but I couldn't tell you if it was stronger or not. But it didn't get noticeably powerful until right around right at 30, right around there, and then at 40, it just skyrockets. If you're an active practitioner. So are manifesting. Oh yeah, it's two different things. Where's how for purple? Yeah. Manifestation and witchcraft are two different.
You communicate the emotion of gratitude, so you basically pretend like it already happened, and then you're very, very
Methods?
grateful. So I just kind of
Method might be the wrong word. Manifestation is not witchcraft.
I don't know why Damon Brand wrote the books that he wrote.
I can't manifest to save my damn life.
What his intention was for writing those books.
We need one more seeds. Oh yeah.
And I'm not a grimoire.
I don't know what just happened. 30.
30
is the peak of the human form. I don't know, Golden. For women, something happens when we're 40.
So I don't understand. I don't know why. He published the information that he published.
Yeah, Mavis.
It's powerful magic. It works. It works.
Ideology, is that it, maybe? I don't know, I can't manifest shit. When I manifest, it's completely on accident.
It's not wrong at all.
It's happened. Like, I was like, man, I really need a set of free weights, and I don't want to buy them new. And no shit, like, 3 days later, my brother's like, hey, my friend's giving away this weight set, you want it? And I was like, yes.
Yeah, but what I'm telling you is that he is not telling people everything they need to know to practice magic responsibly. Like I just said, there's a transaction that happens between the realm of physical and spiritual. Tell me anywhere in that book that Damon Brand said when you work with spirits, it is a transaction of life force energy to magic. And every time you cast one of these spells, there's a part of you that is going to be used as energy to practice the magic.
Are y'all talking about that guy that...
I'm talking about Damon Brand.
I will not get started on that, man. Yeah, Jesus fucking Christ.
So the thing is, you tell me in what book he actually tells everyone when they use these spells or every time they call these spirits are going to demand, the universe demands payment. Where in his book has he told everybody that?
Oh, they're gonna pay for it.
Actually emphasizes the opposite. Like in the book with about the demons, it's not Damon Brand, it's another member of the gallery, Gordon Wickerfield. He says, like,
I have all the books.
Giving a gift afterwards, but he emphasizes that it should be like a gift freely given and not necessarily as payment.
See, this is
the difference between giving something because you want want to or giving something because it's demanded. Whether you want to or not, the spirit's going to still accept payment. Yeah, it's a very good idea to, if you ask the spirit to do something to you, to give it some kind of payment. A shot of rum, Florida water, some flowers, some fruits, whatever, or if it's a particular entity that you know has a particular special dish or food or something, like in my tradition, there's lots of offerings that are given to Orishas that are not like animal sacrifices. They're like the favorite food or the favorite stew or drink or blah, blah, blah.
The spirits that he gives people access to.
Yeah, and the access that the people that get to the spirit realm that Damon Brand works with.
If you think they're gonna take fucking fruit, you're gonna find out the hard way.
Just, that's all I have to say about it. I don't have anything else to say.
Wow.
I don't have anything to say about it because I don't understand his intentions as an author, and it's not the kind of magic I practice. Although the magic I practice is based on the same principle. Working with Loa, or working with Orishas, or
Okay.
working with the spirits of the dead that do work. The principle is the same cross-culturally in all cultures. Spirits want to get paid for doing work. So, whether that's
I forgot what I was looking for.
absorbing a portion of your life force energy as payment, or from one of your pets, or from your mother, or from your child, or some other kind of payment, there's a transaction. It's a transactional relationship. So I feel that the magic is very, very powerful. I definitely believe that it works. I definitely believe that when he's got like 5,000 5 stars on his books because they work, they work. There's no question about it. The magic that he's teaching people to do works because it's been used for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of years. The longer a magical practice has been practiced, the stronger it is.
That man is dangerous.
The longer the tradition is practiced, the stronger it is. This is why Catholicism carries so much weight. Because those Catholic practices are so infiltrated.
Wait, who now?
And they've been reinforced over and over and over.
Damon Brand.
Billions and billions of people's minds. So Christianity, like the witchcraft that's
Coming after railroad spikes.
Catholicism,
Most of they're probably selling it online.
Catholicism, or syncretizing Catholicism, they're pretty strong because you're working with a lot of really powerful energy.
I don't work with Hecate.
It's like standing in a pond. and
I'm talking about the work of
trying to
Damon Brand.
surfboard in a pond and try to surf
That
with the
motherfucker.
ripple, or getting into the ocean and getting on a surfboard and catching a wave. You can practice magic and you can stand in a baby pool, or you can stand in quickly, or you can stand
What's
in
the first spell I ever did?
deep end. But if you're gonna be
Make a pool
stand in
shark
the pool in the 6
miss his
feet
shots.
in, you better be able to hold your breath, or you better be able to swim. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
That's why I say not everyone should have access to all the magical stuff that they have access to because it can
Damon Brand. He's gonna have a reckoning.
but definitely there's stuff like
I just found 17 mirrors.
Yeah, I wonder if it's just like people generate energy because I know I generate too much energy sometimes where I need to do magic to get rid of it. And I'm wondering if some of these spirits they actually feed off of that. So basically like a symbiotic relationship.
That's what I'm saying. They're probably taking them and selling them.
You ask them to, and then
I'll
they
bet you
keep
anything they're on
something
eBay.
But because you continuously generate the energy, you're not really.
You looked up Damon Brand?
that. Well, I mean that depends because
Can you
you're
make me
correct.
I cannot.
There's nothing incorrect about what you just said.
Well,
But
the
when
last
you're
time I
talking
tried,
about
which was many, many moons ago, I did not.
symbiotic relationship with the spirit. That means that spirit's health starts to become entwined with yours, and your health becomes entwined with that spirit. So if that spirit starts getting sick, if that spirit starts getting attacked, you're going to get sick. You're going to get attacked. If you're creating a symbiotic relationship with spirits in that fashion, in which they're actually feeding off of you, your energy, you've got to. There's a very fine line between symbiotic and parasitic.
Yeah.
And it doesn't even matter the best of intentions. Now you're in kind of like a codependent
Now,
relationship
because
with
of the
spiritual
other
being. You
ingredients,
already know what a neurotic
yeah, they keep me
narcissistic
updated.
relationship looks like between
Because
people
I've
that
used
are
the other
embodied
baneful
or
ingredients, now when I use
codependent
chili pepper,
relationships between people
it will
who
have
are
the
in
baneful
abusive
effect instead of
relationships
the
or people who
protective
be caregivers
effect.
or empaths. I don't
Oh,
understand.
hey,
People don't
Sylvie.
understand
Yeah,
that
I'll
the
request
relationship you
updates.
create with spirits in the spirit world mirrors the physical world. They're the same. They're not.
If you're on my
Spirits
TikTok,
do
you'll
not
see I had a
have spirits
failure
out there have
recently,
better intentions than any
and I was mad
person.
about it too.
You know, the stories of the pagan gods.
But I think it's important to share the failures too, so I did.
You know, these pagan gods fucked each other. You know, even the
I think it's a reliable way of reading, except tarot.
They have lives, they have likes, dislikes, they have favorite food.
Oh, hey, Jackie.
You know what I'm saying? In the pagan world, these deities are spirits that were
I'll
invoked
probably be on another
as being autonomous beings and able
30
to
minutes.
themselves and have likes and dislikes. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's not a good idea for anyone just to approach any spiritual realm. So yeah, creating a symbiotic relationship with the spirit. In order to create a relationship with the spirit, like the servant world, or working with your spirit guides, there has to be very strong boundaries between you and your spirit, just like boundaries you create between your family, between your mom and your dad, and your children, and your partners, and the people you work with. You don't treat your children the same way you treat your parents. You don't treat people on the street the same way you treat your lover. Okay? We treat everyone accordingly. We treat shitty people. We push shitty people away, and good people we draw towards ourselves, hopefully. Or maybe it's more like we draw towards people, we're navigated or drawn towards people that are more like ourselves rather than something that's not.
Yeah.
That's more accurate.
Yeah, it depends on,
and you have to have proper boundaries.
That's what people have to understand.
You know, you don't let your kids run all over you like your parents would tell you what to do. Your parents might be able to tell you what to do, but after you turn 18, you can tell them to go fuck themselves. I don't care what you think, because it's not your life anymore. I'm an adult. But we have boundaries that we have in place in our society that are supposed to be healthy. We live in a society that nobody has any boundaries. There are no boundaries. There's no boundaries to anything. And people are taking that same mentality into the spiritual realm. So yes, when people are screaming, "Oh, Ryan, something's in my house," or "Oh my God, there's a spirit and I can't get rid of it," or all this is like, well, yeah, because you.
Well, I'm getting so mad.
Into the spiritual realm without having a full understanding or maturity level about the dangers of being in the spiritual realm. The spiritual world is dangerous; it will eat you alive. The spiritual realm will eat you alive.
Okay. Fuck you then. I won't put you there. Yeah, I'm gonna grow it out this time.
Because a lot of people do it, a lot of mediums do it. They call themselves mediums and they don't even know who their main protector guide is, and that really pisses me off because I'm like, he or she is there protecting your ass and you're not giving them any, like, acknowledgement.
You motherfucker.
But it'll come to bite you in the ass eventually.
I'm dead.
But see, you know, spirit witch, that really comes with an understanding.
Yeah.
Spiritual.
Let me not forget to put the black salt on here for cursing.
Yeah.
That's what you and I do, and that's what you and I talk about, and that's what we teach, and that's why people are fascinated by it, because I don't see a lot of witches teaching straight up spiritual.
No, I don't either.
So, having an understanding that a spiritualist does about working with the spiritual world, specifically the spirits of the dead, because that's what most people are working with.
I don't know. I think I'm just gonna let it grow for a while. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Grant. Oh yes, let's not forget our eggshells for cursing.
You can go to different mediums. It's like here's a good thing. Like if you go to 5 different psychic mediums, and every single psychic medium, if they're a decent psychic medium, is able to see the same spirits around you, and the same spirits that you see, and they're able to perceive them or describe them to you. Like 5 different people that don't know each other from Adam, that went through different traditions and have no vested interest in lying to you,
Yeah, Dad's over there on Discord. Do you ever use ceiling lights to attach things? Not yet. Somebody sent me. They bought me the stuff. They bought me for the feet and the little pieces of wax. I don't have the melty thing yet, but I wanted to play around with that.
Have you guys actually had?
That's cool, Nix.
I haven't actually had a psychic
Yes, I
reading
did.
that really impressed me. That like could chance could be co-reading, but have you
Jack,
guys actually had
not the shell.
multiple unrelated
However,
people told you about the same spirit?
I will keep rotten eggs in my freezer. The shell contains the nastiness. So I still don't use the shell, but I will when I come across a rotten egg. If you live on a farm, you'll know that rotten eggs float. You always test your chicken eggs by putting them in water, and if they float, I'll put that bitch in the freezer. Because I will use rotten egg yolk in spell work very much. Yes.
And it's just verification. It's just nice to know, okay, well, you know what? I'm not crazy. I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
5 other psychic mediums that have never met each other in their life. They're all probably using the same one. So
I use Windex or ammonia cleansing.
that's really
Ammonia is a naturally occurring substance.
oh my god, I saw this spirit and I didn't know what to do. I was like, that's one of your spirits. Alright, cool. We're getting these back. You guys talk amongst yourselves.
I spent a lot of time in meditation and learning about my spirit guides before going to mediums and everything. I don't let many people read.
Yeah, put it in the freezer.
Really picky with who I go with. But yes, they have picked up on my main spirit guide a lot because he's always with me when I open myself up for a reading. So they will come through and tell me what he looks like, or sometimes
I'll tell you another thing that we do.
his name is unusual.
Yeah, sulfur is good. Yeah, that was Dad that walked through the back. Another thing that I will do.
You named the spirit, and then this psychic who did not know that, they just told you the name.
Yeah, they did.
If y'all don't believe in animal sacrifice, don't listen to what I'm fixing to say. No, they are not okay for beginners.
She's actually not with us.
So, if you don't like animal sacrifice, then just mute me out for a second. So another thing that I learned to do, because I was raised on a farm, is to put chicken eggs into an incubator, and you grow them for about 1 week. And you can see the lights are going crazy. And you can see you candle eggs to see if they're fertile. After 1 week, you'll have what's the equivalent of a fetus in the chicken egg. And you use that in your miscarriage curses. That's not the only thing you use. But you crack it open, and you use that.
It took forever.
How did I get a webcam commercial? Jesus, how the hell?
So that I could say, oh, that's who's next to me. Now, I don't really pay much attention to it. I always know he's stood at my left shoulder. And whenever I'm doing psychic work or mediumship work, he's the one that...
Yeah, he's not going into it right now.
I don't anymore because of the whole social media terms. But he's the one that governs the spirit world, so to speak. So
anyway.
Spirits that I won't speak to.
No, you're using it to cause the
Did it take like years or months?
I started practicing when I was...
So you're using it to cause the abortion.
And I started
Yeah. So it has to be a living when you do it, and so you can use that for that type of magic. A lot of people don't do that type of magic, but if you got enough money, I will, because I know how to. I know that's going to flip back on the person, and I will warn them, and it costs an insane amount of money. But I will warn them over and over. Are you sure you want it? Are you sure you want it? Are you sure you want it? And they keep going. I'll do it. Mostly, I've been dead, so I know that there's not a soul in there. Um, but I'll do it. But I won't reverse it, and I warn them, because that's one that I don't consider it immoral. But oh, not right now, honey. Thank you. I don't consider it immoral. But there are certain lines. There's a very few lines that if you cross them, um, it's a guaranteed major flashback.
It was really good talking to you guys. I'm probably gonna pop off.
It was good seeing
So
you.
I warn them,
Thank you for coming.
and if they don't listen,
Yeah, thanks for helping us. It's really cool.
it costs a lot of money to do that. For a reason, because I'm trying to discourage the person to do it. But I've done it, and it's worked, and didn't work out so well for the person that wanted it done. But some people are so full of hate. That's what happens. Well, the what line will you not cross?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I haven't found one yet, but personally, I will not protect a rapist, and I will not protect a pedophile. I won't protect an animal abuser, and I won't protect an elder abuser. But as for the yeeting, I'll yeet. But you have to understand that when people want adults yeeted or children yeeted, we're talking, 30,000 and up. You know what I mean? And don't ask me if I've done it and if I admit it, because I'm not going to jail. In an anti-fetus deleted state. Oh no, I have a tea for that. There's a legitimate herbal tea that will delete the fetus. And you just people book a fertility consult, and then when I get on there, they're like, it's not for fertility, it's for the tea. People, yeah, they would have to, most people that want the spell, where I use the chicken fetus, is not the mother. When the mother wants to exercise her rights of abortion, there's a legitimate herbal tea for that. And I don't charge for that. I will email you the information. You know what I mean? But since the government likes to patrol the interwebs, it's not advertised. Like, you have to pay for the fertility consult. So, now that we got this guy ready to go. Oh, hey, Gypsy. Mugwort is not the most effective one. It's just not. There is a very specific combination of 2 herbs and
That's why I'm drawn to her.
in very specific measurements and a very specific amount. And it's gone. Alright. But that's why I in order to avoid the government people, I do a fertility consult for that. See, this is what I'm saying. This is why I had to take the post down. When y'all volunteer things like mugwort and ascorbic acid, that's all fine and dandy. But y'all don't know, if you don't put the exact measurements of this shit that y'all are suggesting, you can kill a woman. And that's why I turned the comments off on the post. Because I'm not yelling at y'all. It was on a permanent post on my TikTok. They're just throwing shit out there. And I'm like, if you're not going to put the exact measurements and if you don't put the dosage and the frequency of that dosage up there, you will kill a woman. Period. So that's why when I did the post, I turned the comments off. Because I had already said it once, if you want to put up there with the dosages, what you learned about, that's fine. Otherwise, I have to turn the comments off. Because you have these young, desperate girls that will just, there's certain ways to prepare it in certain amounts and a certain dosage over a certain period of time. Or you will kill these women. But I will, I'll give it to anybody. Adult, teenager, I don't give a shit. That's free information that's been around forever. And I don't care if it ended up overturning Roe versus Wade. I will just give it out to more people.
And then when she shows her vulnerable side, that's like, oh my god, even though I'm like crying with her, it's like, it shows you that it's legit and it's heartfelt.
Who we talking about?
You. We're talking about you.
I don't have a vulnerable side. Thank you. We don't talk about that in public. No, I'm kidding. I'm just being ridiculous. A 2 or 3 mistletoe berries will put your ass in the hospital too. No, Linda, Linda, you didn't do anything offensive. I got triggered because I remembered that post. So it wasn't you and the other person that put ascorbic acid. I know it sounded like I was attacking y'all, but I wasn't. It just triggered me about the dumbassery that was on the post that I did. So my bad if it came off as I was like, because I wasn't.
I know she's really busy, but I was like, okay, so no, she's not going to do the podcast. She's not ready to stop. So then it kept going.
But that is about it. We're gonna take this young man out. No, it wasn't y'all. I got triggered and I was like, just told her be on her foot. I gotta check in with Cyanites in and see if she's even had time to make them. Because as soon as I said they were there, they were gone. And I was like, okay, do you need that was her first batch. So I was like, do you need to raise the price? Not astronomical, but like, she does that for me. I can't do it. So she needs to make a little bit of profit from that. But she said she didn't need to raise the price. She just needed more time to do it.
And then she did the bottle spell, and then that's what happened.
Yes, Agent J, but I can't do that right now. But I'm tired, and I have to get up at 9 to do laundry. So I'm going to go over there and sit with my husband for a minute and finish the cigarette. So while I'm scratching my boob, it's nice tonight. It's like 54. So I love you guys. You right. So I love you guys, but I'm going to go. We enjoy every night. Thank you. All right. All right. Bye, y'all. I'll see you later. Okay, bye. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.